Pastor Fred, welcome to the Follow Through. I got a question for you. Do you have an attitude? And I know that's normally a very negative thing for me to say. Probably the vast majority of the time when you say that to somebody, it's a bad attitude, right? Like, look at that guy's attitude. Man, he's got an attitude. You got an attitude, right? We say all of those things, and it's always, you can tell by how my voice was there, that, it's something that needs an attitude adjustment. That person's not looking at things the right way. They're angry. They're maybe, being rebellious or whatever it is. But I want to talk about having God's kind of attitude, because we all have an attitude. We do. It's how you approach life. It's how you see things. It's how you just look at your existence, and what is it for? What's your attitude? Is it good or is it bad? Is it from God or is it from the devil? Which is it going to be? We gotta let's be in prayer today about that and say, okay, as I look back at my life, maybe ask somebody close to you what your attitude shows them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what sermon are you preaching as you live your life? Let's go to Acts 20:35, and this is amazing stuff. This is Paul, and he's talking to the elders in a place called Ephesus, right? The Ephesians. And in Acts, he says this. He says, in all things I have shown you, right? He's showing his example, that by working hard in this way, we must help the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus. How he himself said, it's more blessed to give than to receive. Man, that's an attitude of gratitude right there. I said it. Man, that's terrible. But it's true. To have an attitude that just comes out of gratitude for what God has done, for his love for us. We're seeing how Jesus lived, and it was all about serving. It was all about giving, laying his life down for us. That's the basis, not just the example, but the gift, as he actually did that. He didn't just talk about it. He didn't just say, oh yeah, this is a great thing. He actually went to a cross and actually suffered and actually died for us, that we might have life, and that we might have hearts that are changed, hearts that see the problems going on in our world today, especially, again, all this week we've been talking about the folks down in North Carolina, especially in those mountain areas and other places down there in Georgia, Florida, and other places, even other places in the world that need our help. And how can we respond to this great love and say, you know what, the thing that's the best is for me to give. For me to give. And here's the secret I think that Jesus is trying to let us in on. He's going, look, you've received from God all that you will ever need. You continue to receive from him all the strength, all the power, all the love, all the forgiveness, all of the intellect that you need. Anything you need to do whatever he's calling you to do, he's going to give you. And you know that when you go and you help somebody, listen, especially when there's nothing expected in return, there is nothing more rewarding than that. You get so much from that. And I'm not saying that's why we do that, but Jesus is saying that's the place to be. That's what blessed means. Like you're in the spot you need to be, the most ultimate and kind of optimized, we can call it like that, right? And from computer talk, you optimize your system so it runs like a top. And he's saying that's your spirit, that's your heart, that's your life when you're giving, not when you're receiving. Not when you're receiving. In fact, when we give, Jesus is saying there's stuff that we get in there. We're reassured, we're strengthened so that we can serve even more and help even more. You see how it works? I've said this a million times, like God is not out to fund my little enterprise. You know what I'm saying? Like the Fred Hoover fan club. He's not trying to make sure that goes through the roof or anything at all. But he does want to fund and support and bolster me helping people, right? People maybe hearing these videos and go, man, I got a purpose. Yes, this is what my life's all about. Yeah, I know why I've been so angry or so upset, because I'm living for me. I think it's more blessed to receive than to give, and I've got it all backwards, and we want to thank God for setting this right, because these are not my words, these are God's words of love and truth and hope and peace that he gives to us. So let's embrace them today. Let's continue to be in prayer for those who are hurting in the world around us, that God would move us to pray, and not just pray, but to act, and to act boldly, to give, to sacrifice, so that others might live and have the hope that we have. All right, you have a great rest of your day. Again, hit that subscribe button and share this with somebody in your life. Get the word out, and we'll talk to you next time for another follow through.